What makes certain men absolutely irresistible to women, while others struggle to get any attention at all? I'm about to reveal the psychological triggers that create genuine attraction in women, and I guarantee most of what you think you know about being attractive is completely wrong. The fitness industry wants you to believe it's all about having perfect abs. The pickup artist community tells you it's about memorizing clever lines. Society says it's about having money or status symbols. But after studying the psychology of attraction for years and observing what actually works in the real world, I can tell you that none of these things are the real answer. Here's what's fascinating, that the men who are most successful with women often don't have any of the things we're told are essential. They're not the richest, the most handsome, or the most muscular guys in the room. But they have something much more powerful. They understand the psychological principles that trigger genuine attraction in women. The first principle that makes a man attractive is having what psychologists call an internal locus of control. This means you believe that you have power over your own life and that your actions determine your outcomes rather than feeling like a victim of circumstances. Women can sense this immediately in how you carry yourself, how you speak, and how you handle challenges. When something goes wrong, do you blame external factors, or do you take responsibility and figure out how to improve the situation? When you face obstacles, do you complain about how unfair life is, or do you adapt and find solutions? This internal confidence is magnetic because it signals to women that you're the kind of man who can handle whatever life throws at you. And on a subconscious level, women are attracted to men who appear capable of protecting and providing, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally as well. The second principle is having a clear sense of purpose and direction in your life. This doesn't mean you need to be a CEO or have everything figured out. It means you're moving towards something meaningful rather than just drifting through life without goals or ambition. Women are naturally drawn to men who are passionate about something bigger than themselves. It could be your career, a creative pursuit, a cause you believe in, or personal growth goals. The specific target doesn't matter as much as the fact that you have one and you're actively working toward it. This purpose-driven energy is attractive because it shows you're not looking for a woman to complete you or give your life meaning. You already have meaning, and you're inviting her to be part of something exciting rather than asking her to fill a void in your life. The third principle is emotional intelligence and the ability to remain calm under pressure. Most men lose their composure when faced with conflict, criticism, or challenging situations. But attractive men have learned to regulate their emotions and respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. This shows up in how you handle disagreements, how you respond to tests or challenges from women, and how you deal with stress in general. When you can stay centered and composed while others around you are losing control, you demonstrate a level of emotional maturity that women find incredibly attractive. It's not about being emotionless or suppressing your feelings. It's about being in control of your emotional responses and not letting external circumstances dictate your internal state. The fourth principle is having strong personal boundaries and not being afraid to enforce them. This means knowing what you will and won't accept in your life and relationships, and being willing to walk away from situations that don't align with your values. Many men think being agreeable and accommodating makes them more attractive, but the opposite is true. Women are drawn to men who have standards and aren't afraid to maintain them. This doesn't mean being rigid or unreasonable, but it means having enough self-respect to not tolerate behavior that doesn't serve you. When you have clear boundaries, women know where they stand with you. There's no confusion about what you expect or what you're willing to accept. This creates a sense of security and respect that forms the foundation of genuine attraction. The fifth principle is social intelligence and the ability to navigate social situations with ease. This isn't about being the loudest person in the room or the center of attention. It's about understanding social dynamics, reading people accurately, and knowing how to make others feel comfortable around you. Attractive men can talk to anyone, from the CEO to the janitor, and make genuine connections. They're comfortable in their own skin and don't change their personality based on who they're talking to. They can lead conversations when necessary, but also know when to listen and let others shine. This social competence is attractive because it signals that you can handle yourself in any situation, and that being with you will enhance her social experiences rather than limit them. The sixth principle is having a sense of humor that comes from confidence rather than insecurity. Many men try to be funny by putting themselves down or making jokes at their own expense. But truly attractive humor comes from a place of strength and intelligence, not weakness. This means being able to find the amusing side of situations without being cruel or putting others down. It means being playful and not taking yourself too seriously while still maintaining dignity and respect. Women are drawn to men who can make them laugh because laughter creates positive emotions and memorable experiences. The seventh principle is being genuinely interested in personal growth and self-improvement. This doesn't mean being obsessed with self-help or constantly trying to fix yourself. It means having the humility to recognize that you can always learn and grow, and the motivation to actually do something about it. Women are attracted to men who are evolving and becoming better versions of themselves over time. This growth mindset is appealing because it suggests that a relationship with you will be dynamic and interesting rather than stagnant. The eighth principle is having what I call selective validation. This means your approval and attention have value because you don't give them out freely to everyone. You appreciate quality and recognize it when you see it, but you're not impressed by superficial things or easily won over by appearance alone. When your validation feels earned rather than automatic, it becomes much more meaningful. Women are attracted to men whose attention feels special and significant rather than generic and easily obtained. The ninth principle is being authentic and congruent rather than trying to be someone you're not. Many men think they need to put on an act or become someone different to attract women, but authenticity is far more attractive than any persona you could create. This means being comfortable with your strengths and honest about your weaknesses. It means expressing your genuine opinions and feelings rather than saying what you think others want to hear. It means being the same person in private as you are in public. Authenticity is attractive because it's rare and because it creates the possibility of genuine connection. When you're being real, others can be real with you, and that's where meaningful relationships are built. The 10th principle is having abundance mentality rather than scarcity mentality. This means believing that there are plenty of opportunities, experiences, and quality people in the world, rather than feeling like everything good is rare and hard to find. Men with abundance mentality don't cling desperately to every opportunity or relationship because they know more will come along. This creates a relaxed confidence that's incredibly attractive. You're not needy or desperate because you genuinely believe in your ability to create positive outcomes in your life. But here's where most men go wrong. They try to fake these qualities instead of actually developing them. They try to appear confident without doing the inner work to become genuinely confident. They try to seem like they have boundaries without actually knowing what their boundaries are. Women can sense authenticity versus performance, and nothing kills attraction faster than realizing someone is putting on an act. The goal isn't to pretend to have these qualities, it's to actually develop them as part of who you are. This is why the most attractive men often don't seem like they're trying to be attractive at all. These qualities have become natural parts of their personality rather than techniques they're consciously applying. The 11th principle is having physical presence and taking care of your body, not because you need to look like a male model, but because how you treat your body reflects how you approach everything else in your life. When you're in decent physical shape, it signals self-discipline, self-respect, and the ability to commit to long-term goals. This doesn't mean you need perfect genetics or hours in the gym every day. It means taking basic care of your health, dressing well for your body type, and carrying yourself with good posture and confidence. The 12th and most important principle is understanding that attraction is about how you make women feel, not about impressing them with what you have or what you've accomplished. Women are attracted to the emotions you create in them through your presence and personality. When you focus on creating positive emotions, making them laugh, making them feel understood, creating intrigue and excitement, you become naturally attractive regardless of your external circumstances. The men who understand this stop trying to convince women to like them through logical arguments about their good qualities. Instead, they focus on creating emotional experiences that naturally lead to attraction and connection. This is why some men can walk into a room and immediately capture attention, while others with seemingly better qualifications go unnoticed. It's not about what you have, it's about how you make people feel. When you develop these 12 principles, you don't just become more attractive to women, you become more attractive to everyone. People want to be around you because you add value to their lives and create positive experiences. But remember, these aren't techniques to memorize or tactics to apply. They're aspects of personal development that need to become genuine parts of who you are. The goal is to become the kind of man who naturally attracts quality women rather than trying to manipulate attraction through artificial means. When you focus on developing these qualities for their own sake, rather than just to attract women, you create lasting change that transforms every area of your life. And that's when you truly become irresistible. Not because you're trying to be, but because you've become someone worth being attracted to.